Hey everyone, Colt here for MMOHuts.com for a special video. Alad's team and Obsidian Entertainment reached out to us for help showing off their new content update for Skyforge entitled New Horizons. Full disclosure, this is a sponsored video, but any opinions shared within are my own. If you've never seen Skyforge before, or don't remember what it is, let me get you up to speed. Skyforge is an action MMORPG set in the world of Aelion. Surrounded by planets, Aelion is under constant threat of invasion. These otherworldly conquerors have attempted to seize and enslave Aelion's population, and eons of failed invasion attempts have left traces of strange alien tech and magic, transforming Aelion forever. Led by their great guardian god Aeli, the citizens have learned to use these technologies and magic against their invaders. A lot of Skyforge's combat focuses on combos, and it gets deep. Each combination of light and heavy attacks provides different effects and damage zones, meaning you'll need to know which to use and when to make the most of your class. A bit of advice for new players: make sure you spam your abilities whenever you can. This will make a huge difference against larger enemies because without them you're gonna get decimated and fast. It's something I had to figure out the hard way. You won't be able to rely solely on basic attack combos and get by past a certain level. You'll need to get comfortable with your class. Don't worry if you end up not liking the first class you pick though, because you can change instantly and the game has over 14 different classes you can unlock. So far, my personal favorites of the ones I've tried are the Slayer, Paladin, and Revenant. The Slayer is a quick-hitting rogue with chain scythes that deal a ton of damage from stealth. The Paladin is, as you've probably guessed, a massive tank, but they have AoE lightning attacks as well. The Revenant is a massive block of meat with an axe that can turn damage he takes into healing and deals obnoxious amounts of damage of his own with wide axe swings. On top of the different abilities, each class performs slightly differently in divine form, which allows you to enter a super-powered godlike state. You'll do a lot more damage to enemies, and a lot more enemies at a time, in this form, and it can be a huge help when you're getting dunked on. This new kind of power comes with its own challenges, like eventually battling other gods and super powerful enemies designed for players in god mode. Unlocking this mode takes a good bit of dedication, but it's super worth it in the long run. It helped me get through more than a few of the challenges while playing in this press event. If you're a Skyforge veteran, you'll have already met one of the major enemies of the new expansion once before. When the Soundweaver was released last December, you first met the Draconids, lizard-like creatures who first appeared on a scouting mission with the captain and his companions when they were investigating the giant gravitational anomaly that opened in Alien Sky. The Draconids run in large packs and appear to operate on a social caste system. Despite this, the only Draconids on Terra appear to be military units. Their main purpose on the planet is collecting resources which your team of explorers is also racing to obtain. They've managed to steal what they have by setting up rapidly deploying modular base systems in strategic locations and clearing those areas of any competition. In fact, one of your first expeditionary missions is to clear out one of these modular bases and place several transmitter beacons around it to aid in your hunt for information and ether sites. This will prove a challenge solo as there are several large shielded units in the area with 4 to 5 health bars apiece. These larger units are in turn surrounded by snipers who will fire on you relentlessly while you're engaged in melee combat. If you can, bring a friend to help you clear these camps. It will make your life much easier. The Draconids made their debut in full in New Horizons, which launched just 10 days ago. The new area, Terra, is the largest map to date for Skyforge and boasts some beautiful scenery. The visual presentation of this world is absolutely gorgeous, even if it can be sometimes easy to get stuck in some of the smaller tree roots or fall down an unexpected hole in the ground, which can leave you stuck for quite some time. If you can run the game in 4K either on PC, Xbox One X, or PlayStation 4 Pro, you should, because the care put into the environments and the textures really shines. Returning players will also find a completely overhauled UI with new logs and menus to make relevant tasks easier to manage. All of your most important tasks and quests are consolidated in one space to make it easier to earn the maximum number of rewards per day. Experience scaling and divine specialization also got reworked to make catching up to friends much easier. Specifically, the divine specializations are now all part of the Temple of Deeds. This new update brings you all the way through that portal and into a brand new world called Terra. Terra is a massive place, rich with overgrown mushroom forests interspersed with patches of barren desert and hovel-like modular bases of Draconid soldiers. You'll find tons of new quests and stories on this new planet, starting with a brand new quest called Uncharted Territory, which sees you prepare to make the trek through the portal. Once you're established in the new base camp, you'll be greeted with a quest called First Expedition. There are no map markers or in-game guides on how to complete this quest, but players are already sharing their knowledge on YouTube if you don't want to figure it out yourself or if you get stuck. From my experience, these quests weren't too difficult to figure out, and in one case you're given a special radar that helps you locate the interactive items for the quest in the world without using map markers or being told explicitly where they are in advance. It's a bit of a schlep, especially given that the area you'll start in is overcrowded with massive mushroom monsters, but the combat is fun, so it's not a huge deal. Another major feature of Terra is that it's a dynamic region. As you help the Terranian Expedition Force and contribute to their program by completing quests and missions in Terra, you'll be able to spend development points in the expedition. The pantheon that contributes the most points will be in control of future development plans. This is like a PvE ladder that you'll be able to check in real time that also affects the actual game world, including cutscenes and story missions. I didn't get a chance to see the point spending system in action during the event due to time constraints, but I'm excited to see how it plays out moving forward. Completing these quests won't be easy though. I was given access to a max level, fully geared character for this press event, and I still managed to die more than a few times to some of the harder enemies. I'm still new to Skyforge, so that does play a part, but even after I learned the ropes, the harder enemies still proved to be quite a challenge. You'll have to stay on your toes against the Draconids, since they always travel in massive groups. The most troublesome of them are the snipers, who stand at long range and fire powerful charged shots that took over a third of my paladin's health on a single unshielded hit. The shots are easy enough to dodge, but when you're battling a large group it can be easy to miss the audio and visual cues, so you'll want to pay extra close attention when these guys show up, and trust me, you'll know when they show up. New threats aren't all Terra has to offer either. You'll be able to pick up new class symbols, which are special passives you can activate for your character. Each class gets 3 of them, but you can only have 1 active at a time. These are unlocked by playing through the story on Terra. These symbols include things like alchemists being able to increase the maximum number of acidic or combustible solution effects on targets, or archers being able to increase the chance of aim shots becoming perfect, dealing additional damage and refreshing burn effects on a target. These are powerful additional bonuses, so you'll want to make sure you've got them and you've set them once you get them so you don't miss out on the extra power they provide. You will need it. There's also a new directives menu in this update that replaces the old directives of the Councils of Gods menu. Here you'll be given missions that send you on various adventures throughout the world. You no longer need to complete multiple missions to complete a directive, so players who were previously frustrated by this can breathe easy. There are several categories of directives as well, including group content, PvP tasks, and holiday events. Alongside this content launch, the developers are offering a special collector's edition of the expansion that includes several exclusive cosmetics, including the Universe Conqueror Halo and Armor set, which you can see on our characters on screen, a matching portrait and frame and accessory, 14 days of premium subscription, and 500,000 credits. You'll also receive 15 stimulants, 10,000 knowledge of enemies, and 4,000 victor's medals. All of this is available in a one-time purchase for $24.99 US if you're interested in supporting the game and want to have some cool cosmetics and currency to show for it. If you want to start playing Skyforge but aren't ready to invest just yet, you can start playing for free right now, new update and all, with the link down in the description. This is an affiliate link, and signing up and playing the game through this link will help us directly at no cost to you. Well, that's all for today. Let us know what you think of Skyforge down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and keep it locked on MMOHuts.com for all the latest gaming news and reviews.